It's Jay with Boxing Collective. I'm here with Rhiannon Dixon. How are you today?
I'm good. I've just finished training, just done some sparring with Liv Hussey. She's a really good girl, so probably try and speak to her after. She's not here anymore, but another time. But yeah, it's been really good.
So you're fighting for the vacant WBO title. How are you feeling going into the camp?
Do you know what? I didn't think it would come this soon because obviously we fought for the Commonwealth in March and then it went straight into the European. So we thought, oh, maybe we might defend the European and then see where everything's at because obviously Katie had the belts and she's in these like massive super fights. So I didn't think it would come round so soon. But then obviously I got the call and they were like, oh, do you want to fight for the WBO? And I was like, oh my God, like they're thinking of me, like, oh my, is there not anyone else in line? Have they got the names mixed up? But no. Yeah, so we were like, oh, amazing. So we started camp now, started sparring, and yeah, everything's going really well.
So you started with white collar boxing. What was it with boxing that appealed to you to make you want to take it further?
Well, I'm not going to lie, yeah. So I didn't even want to start doing boxing. I wanted to start doing MMA because I saw Ronda Rousey on TV and I thought, wow, she's really cool. And she did this interview. She was like, every muscle in my body serves a purpose. And I was there, a little chubby thing, thinking, there is no muscle in my body that serves a purpose. So I got in touch with Cabon in Wigan, Mike Grundy, and he said, if you've never done mixed martial arts before, try boxing. So then I got in touch with my old coach, started doing like privates with him, thought, oh, I really like this. And he was like, well, why don't you fight? And I thought, oh, okay. I didn't know anything about white collar, amateur, professional. I just thought it was all boxing. So I've done white collar, found it, like really enjoyed it. And then James Moorcroft was at the gym that I was at and he turned professional. So the coach at the time was like, oh, why don't you do it? And I thought, oh, well, it can't be that much of a difference. I was very wrong. Yeah, so I had my first professional spar and I was thinking, what have I got myself into here? But no, I feel like I'm taking it all in my stride now. I feel like I've got my head on, this is what I want to do and I'm fully focused on it.
So is there anything you're going to take from your last fight going into this bout? Is there anything you're looking to improve on during this camp?
I feel like with every camp I'm trying to improve. Usually the time between fights is a lot shorter, but obviously between the Commonwealth and European, they had to go to purse bids and then we were trying to get it on Callum Smith and Beterbiev, but then Matchroom lost purse bids to that. So then it was all mixing up with that. So I got on in September, but I feel like having all that time to focus solely on one person, you can kind of like tailor your camp towards it and like really focus. And I feel like I've been making improvements in strength, all my sprints, like boxing. And I feel like with every fight, I'm building on each performance and showing that I can do different things and fight differently. So I feel like with how I performed in my last fight, I feel like me and Dom have watched it and Anthony's watched it as well, and we were looking at like the last round and he was like, oh, you're a bit sloppy and you could have protected yourself a bit more, like you didn't need to get that black eye that I always get in every fight. So we've looked at the things that I've done wrong, done our like tech about it and like trying to figure out like, okay, how to improve on it.
Nice. Fast forward to the end of your career, what would you have liked to achieve?
Oh, see, like getting into boxing, everyone wants to be a world champion, and I feel like I'm coming to that point now where, oh my God, this is going to be a reality. But with the way women's boxing is, like girls move up and down weights and you never really know what opportunities you're going to get until they're given to you. So I feel like because my manager was saying to us about, oh, like, do you want kids and stuff like that? And I was like, to be honest, I'm not even thinking about anything like that. Like I'm fully focused on boxing at the moment. I've got Honey, my dog, and she's like my baby. So like we've got one child in our minds already. So I haven't really set myself any goals, but I'm just looking to try and, I don't know, really. I feel like once I've won this world title, that's like the next step, and then to see what like is next. That's what I kind of like I don't really think too much ahead. I think of like the next goal and accomplish that and then what's next.
Perfect, that's everything.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,